Here on PrizePicks for Tuesday, February 7th. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you can use promo code TUFF to sign up. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. There is a Discord link in the description where the main server is completely free. We do also have that Patreon link in the description below, where I do post all the plays here that I'm making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do play. I do also need to mention to you guys, I'm not a gambling expert, and this is not financial advice. Simply just plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully give you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player prop decisions here. Again, after the video, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these plays here. Two plays here that I do like on today, Tuesday, February 7th slate. We have a decent sized slate today overall. I believe there's 6 games on the slate today. And of course, we got the LeBron potentially passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the all-time scoring list, obviously at 31.5 points. Very, very interesting here. I don't know how. I guess I could say how do I put this. I don't know how excited I am about taking a player prop here on LeBron tonight, just because there are the factors of him obviously wanting to possibly, break the record on Thursday against the Milwaukee Bucks, against Giannis, against the team that Kareem played most of his career for. And, 36 points is quite a bit. LeBron has only cleared 30 points in one of his last 5 games here. AD is back, so definitely an interesting line here at 31.5 points again. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about it. But let's get into, you guys, 2 props that I do like on today's slate. The first one I am targeting actually from that game. I'm targeting Shai. I'm targeting his over 49.5 fantasy. So yesterday his fantasy line was at 51.5 against Golden State, and he had one of his worst games of the season. Actually, probably the worst game of his season at 26 fantasy points here against Golden State. Now they are playing a back-to-back here. Shai only played 28 minutes last night, or 29 minutes last night, so he should be well rested. He didn't play the fourth quarter at all. I think they had that in mind, knowing they're going to play the next night in Los Angeles tonight. But 26 fantasy points from him yesterday. It dropped down to 49.5 today. So let's talk about why I'm targeting this one. This game has, I believe, the highest over-under on the slate today. Yeah, it does. So 239 spread. Lakers are going to be 6.5 point home favorites here. So again, there is a little bit of a blowout risk here, but OKC has been playing better as of late, and Shai is the head of the snake, right? So Shai, if we take a look here, we just need 49.6 fantasy from him. He had a run here of 4 straight games with the over, and just overall 5 straight games over this line. 5 and then 6. So 6 of his last 8 games he has hit the over on this. One miss, obviously, where he played 29 minutes, had 0 rebounds, 0 steals or blocks, 20 points, 4 assists. Also was in a little bit of foul trouble early. But besides that, 6 of his last 8, his other miss was a 47.6 fantasy score total against Houston here. But a great matchup versus the Lakers, right? The Lakers giving up on the season, or over the last 15, the 6th most fantasy points to the point guard position, the most points to the point guard position. If we take a look at the full season as well, the Lakers' 2nd most points to the point guard position overall, and then the 3rd most fantasy points to the point guard position. So a great matchup for Shai. Obviously, both these teams 2 and 3 in pace, right? Lakers are 2, OKC is 3 in pace. If we take a look at point guards' recent fantasy score game locks against the Lakers, we've seen Luka, Jalen Brunson, Jamal Murray, and Kyrie Irving all cleared this line in the last month. We saw Tyrese Halliburton have 48.4, Malcolm Brogdon have 46.2, Damian Lillard have 45, De'Aaron Fox have 44. So we had 8 different point guards clear 44 fantasy points against the Lakers since January 9th. Right, so that is an extremely high hit rate in my opinion. The Lakers, like I said, been getting cooked by point guards all season long here. If you take a look at Shai's points prop, it's over 30.5 on Caesars, minus 131 here. Let's take a look at what his PRA odds are looking like right now. Currently, if we go to points, rebounds, plus assists, so over 41.5 here for Shai. Minus 117, so pretty much even odds here, slightly better odds on the over. Caesars has this over 41.5, minus 117 here. But in this matchup, highest over under of the day, LeBron's obviously going to try to go crazy. TNT game in Los Angeles. Shai used to play for the Clippers. Primetime matchup here. Like pretty much every NBA fan is going to be watching this game. I expect a big game for Shai here. Obviously, expect a big game from LeBron, but I'm going Shai over 49.5 fantasy. Again, he's trying to prove that he should be an all-NBA team, obviously an all-star this year, but I expect a big game from Shai tonight. And talk about Thrive Fantasy. There is currently a free LeBron square on Thrive Fantasy for new users. So if you are not yet signed up for Thrive Fantasy, you can use the link in the description below or promo code TUFF to sign up. They will match 100% of your first deposit, and you can go ahead and use this free LeBron square in a 5-leg parlay. If you don't know about Thrive Fantasy, you guys, the highest multipliers in the industry, you can see here, 2 of 2 picks correct win 3.2x your entry, 3 of 3 wins 5.2x your entry, 4 of 4 wins 10.2x, and 5 of 5 wins 20.2x your entry amount here. They got the full slate of plays here on Thrive Fantasy for the NBA slate today. Again, if you're a new user on Thrive Fantasy and you have yet to sign up, use promo code TUFF, or you can click on the link in the description below of this video to sign up. They will match 100% of your first deposit, and you will get this free LeBron James square. He's going for the record tonight. Just wanted to share this with you guys. I'm playing Thrive Fantasy a lot lately, having a lot of fun with it. Wanted to share with you guys. But let's get back to the PrizePicks plays. So the second prize pick play that I'm looking at here today on this slate is going to be Brandon Ingram, and I'm targeting his over 39.5 fantasy score. This is the second fantasy score prop, so both these plays today are going to be fantasy scores. But BI back, starting to get his minutes increased over time since he's been off that injury. Coming off back-to-back games now, 48, 44, and even had 36.3 fantasy points here against Denver. But back-to-back games now of 40-plus fantasy points for Brandon Ingram. If we take a look at his fantasy score game log this season, he's played 33, 36, and 32 now in 3 straight games. Again, he hadn't played since November 25th and really didn't play for 2 months straight. But these last 2 games has been looking really, really good, you guys. 15 for 28 from the field and then 10 for 20 from the field. Getting those peripheral stats as well, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. 9 rebounds, 7 assists here. Again, both games over 40 fantasy points. I do really love this matchup. So this matchup has the second highest over-under on the day at 237.5 and only a 1-point spread. I think both these teams match up pretty well here. A 1-point spread here in this matchup. A pace-up matchup here, I believe, for the Pelicans. The Hawks play at the 10th fastest place in the NBA. New Orleans is down here at 14. But a great matchup for Brandon Ingram. So taking a look here, the Hawks to small forwards over the last 15 games, the Hawks giving up the 5th most points to the small forward position. And we're taking a look at this. It's going to be down here. Fantasy points. Hold on. Over the last 30, I believe. Or, sorry, it was the, over the last 30, the Hawks giving up the 5th most fantasy points to the small forward position, as well as giving up the 5th most assists to the small forward position over the last 30, 4th most points per game to the small forward position, even last 7, more specifically for the Hawks. The last 7 games, right? 5th most points to the small forward position. And then we're looking at the 5th most fantasy points to the small forward position for the last 7 games here for Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram over his last 5 games averaging 1.19 fantasy points per minute here. I mean, if we get a close game, which Vegas is telling us is going to be a close game, only a 1-point spread here, 237.5 over under. I love Brandon Ingram here in this spot. I think 39.5, just a little bit too low for him with his usage, with just potentially seeing, the court here. I mean, his projected minutes, we're looking at BI for 31. I could easily see him playing 33-plus minutes in a close game here at home for Brandon Ingram. This is the second play here, over 39.5 fantasy for BI. Just to think it's too low for him. One of my favorite players to watch, Brandon Ingram, Shai Gilgeous. These are the 2 plays here. Shai over 49.5 fantasy, Brandon Ingram over 39.5 fantasy. Again, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these 2 plays. Drop a like on this video, you guys. Hit that subscribe button. And as always, let's cash.